Hello, welcome. How are we all doing today? Hello. Right, really weird, lately because I've went live. I've had a couple of days off because it was Christmas. Came back, had a couple of days off. It was New Year. Came back, had a couple of days off. It was the weekend. Honestly, it's just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. Right. With me, I'd just like to load my stream up in the background because that is what we like to do. Right, guys, unfortunately I am back through TikTok Studio today, so I am expecting a little bit of a laggy stream, but I have done some stuff that someone gave me and recommended, and yeah, I can only try. And hopefully this makes a little bit of a difference, to be honest. But good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome. Good morning. Just making sure all my information is up and running. Just moving the chat onto my other monitors, and then we should be good to go. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Right, I do apologise if you can hear my 3D printer in the background. I do have it running again. Got to fulfill bits and bats and orders and stuff. Yeah, we're already under 60 frames already. I have turned DLSS on today as well, and I have lowered the priority of TikTok. I've also lowered the resolution just to try and combat some of the issues we have. I only have the problem on TikTok Live. Which is crazy, but we're here, we're live. What can I say? It's kind of a bit of a snow day where I live today. It's absolutely hell. You don't need to snow in game, mate. It's literally miserable now with the snow in real life. Right, first things first, let's go over to the castle, and the castle is building wooden beams. That's got plenty of those. Yep, that's fine. That's lovely, jubbly, handy dandy. 17 of 19, guys. 17 of 19. He requires 4,000 litres of fabric. We are going to have to buy the fabric, guys. We are going to have to go and buy the fabric. That's a shame. I wanted sheep for that long in this game. And we haven't done it. That just needs liming today. That needs de-stoning today. Lovely, Julie. Right, so we've also got to decide what jobs there is to do today. Because I don't think there's going to be over many jobs. And that does concern me a little bit. 45 and 42. Right, well, they're right next to each other. That's a ploughing contract. Okay, so that's not too bad. We can do both of those ploughing contracts. We can do that cultivating contract. And we can do that cultivating contract. So we have got a few very small paying jobs. I'm not going to lie, they are not great jobs to do. But the good thing is, I've got a plan. Oh. I've got a plan, and then I turned off the freaking engine. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome to today's stream. Thank you so much to everybody who is liking the stream already today, guys. We're up to 164 already. That is great. You guys are just crazy. But yeah, I think first thing we're gonna do. No, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're gonna have to go and take some fabric. I'm really annoyed at this because I had a feeling we'd need fabric, and I could have got sheep. I could have done. We were so close to getting sheep, which is the annoying part about this. We were so close to getting the sheep. I also, in the last live stream on Friday, I forgot to take the egg. Are those eggs even worth selling? There's not even a full crate. That's me. Well, I do appreciate it, me. To be honest with you, the eggs are nearly a grand. I'll take them. Right, if you hear any weird vibration noises at the moment, guys, it's just my printer calibrating. Why is my wheel so... Yeah, why is my wheel so just so weirdly yeah, this is weird. Interesting. My wheel is working fine. It's just the self-returning spring just seems to be a little bit on the weak side today. So why is that? That would be why. Apparently it's changed game. Oh yeah. There we go. That's better. No, it's alright. It hadn't changed game through like playing a different game. It had changed game. It had a recalibration over the weekend. But yeah, good morning everybody. Hello and welcome to today's stream. We will be live until about 12 o'clock basically. I've then got stuff to do. But yeah, like I say, we are live using TikTok Studio once again, so we do have the frame issue today, guys. I have turned DLSS on to cure the problem. I don't know what it is. I get to go live using Stream Elements one day, and then I get a 5-day ban. But obviously, I don't get a ban because I'm currently live. Wow, that alert was so loud in my ear. Wow. Dude, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the stream. First follower of the day. First follower of the week. Thank you very much, dude. Right, so if we take these, we're not going to get a lot of money. We're not going to get a lot of money for these eggs because we're not taking them to the best selling place. I'm kind of just taking them with me because we have to buy a little bit of fabric. And it's really, really annoying because... We were so close to getting sheep, but we need the windmill. We're desperate for the windmill that we have to buy the fabric this one time. And that we need 5 pallets. We technically only need 4 pallets. But for some reason, it never... Wow, that is ridiculous. Really? 28? Wow. That is our field money gone. Done. Dusted. Out the window. Wow. Yeah, we did. Even if we had the sheep, we wouldn't have had the spinnery. The map is called Kinlaig, dude, and it is part of the Highlands Fishing DLC. Ain't banana in a while. Ain't banana in a while. Happy New Year, Joseph, dude. Appreciate you coming in, dude. And I hope you had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. Just currently I do have to take a daily vitamin in a minute, guys. I have forgotten to take it. He's literally sat on my desk looking at me like excuse me, Matt, you have not taken me. But we have to drive past the more or less past the windmill. So in order to pass the windmill, we might as well take the cultivator, the plough with us, and then we'll take these 5 with us. Yeah, we only technically needed 4,001 litre. That's the worry about this, and we've had to buy 5,000, and we won't make our money back from this. That is the worst thing. But what it might do is it... Really? You're gonna pull out on me and then stop? You douchebag. One thing I don't like about DLSS, guys, there's no lights on the traffic lights. There's no lights on... Yeah, there was no lights on them traffic lights. Connor, dude, hello, welcome to the stream, guys. Hello. How we doing, guys? Welcome in. Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. I do need to just quickly take this vitamin. Right, there we go. Gotta have your daily vitamins, guys, when you get old. You just gotta have all the bits you don't get in a balanced, healthy diet. And I don't have a balanced, healthy diet. I'm a fat bastard. I'm fat. I don't have a balanced, healthy diet, what can I say? Do you remember? Yeah, can I remember names? I remember names, I don't remember, but I remember names. I remember names. I try and remember as many people who return. Look at this. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird the issues we're having today. I'd be down to 40 frames if it wasn't for the DLSS. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, we're trying our best here, guys. We're trying our best. Yo, dude, thank you for sharing the stream, guys. Thank you to everybody who's liked the stream already. Don't forget to like and share. Drop a follow if you don't already follow. I know I do keep promising we're going to play different games, guys. I'm just very busy IRL, so it's like getting time to just, yeah. My sim rig's currently full of boxes for the business, so... yeah, long story short, I can't even sit in that at the moment. Cannot even sit in that at the moment. Right, we'll drop off the fabric first. Are you starting from zero? I did start from zero, dude. I started with £100,000 originally, and now I have a few fields. I have some businesses and all this stuff. I do want to oh guys, we will make some money actually today, guys. We've got a lot of wood to sell. We've got a lot of wood to sell. I always, do you know what, I don't know why I'd forgotten about the wood. We always do wood first on our live streams. Always do wood first, and I'd forgotten. There's one of our tractors over there. Let's get this delivered into here. And yeah, it took all 5,000 litres. That was quite scary. That was very scary. So yeah, suppose we'll go and sell the wood first. We'll get some money in the bank, and then we'll go and do this plowing contract. Single player, dude. Single player. This is my single player save. Right, there we go. You know what? I'm not comfortable in my chair today. I feel like... my pedals have moved. That's why I'm not comfortable. I felt like I was sat on an angle. I felt like I was sat pissed. I'm not gonna lie. That's what it felt like. What do you play on PC, dude? I play on PC with a lot of custom mods. Right, well, before we go and do these contracts then, guys, we will go and sell the wood because, yeah, I don't see the point in hanging around. We are going to have a second trailer here. It's a shame we can't link these trailers together, to be honest. But we'll take this trailer. This trailer is a little bit on the old bigger side. It makes sense to load this one. We'll put that up there into there. Right, so hopefully, guys, in the next month, we're increasing in price for the wood chips. That is the main thing. We are increasing in price. It's not going to be December where we skip more than 1 month. I don't know if you can tell this guy. Whoa, I've done it again. I do this every December. I'm lagging like crap because of these pallets. I need to get like a warehouse to store these in, because this is ridiculously laggy. Like, guys, I've got DLSS on because I always struggle when I use TikTok Live Studio, and I am absolutely failing miserably with the amount of pallets that's here. And I know it's just, well, it's TikTok Studio to begin with. It's an absolutely horrible piece of software. If TikTok streams weren't so popular, I would have already dumped the platform. I ain't gonna lie, I would have done the platform a long time ago. Could you try and use Streamlabs? It is a possibility. I did try to set it up over the weekend, and when I noticed that I was going to have this issue again today, but the problem is, for some reason, it let me connect to TikTok, but it just, I don't know, it just really suffered. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, Biggins, I have to use TikTok at the moment. Apparently, they banned my Stream Element access. Haven't literally done anything wrong, because if I had done something wrong, I'd have been live right now. But I seem to go live for 1 or 2 days, and then they seem to ban it for like 5 days. Yeah, they do it every week, mate. They do it every week, and it is really, really frustrating, because like, this is the problem I have with TikTok Live. So I set up Streamlabs over the weekend. I know Streamlabs isn't a great streaming platform anymore. It's quite resource hoggy. But at least if you're only using one to go to 2 platform, it's not as bad. Where now we're using 2 to go to 2 platforms, and it's honestly, it's just horrible. Yeah, it is just horrible. All this lag I'm getting now is because of TikTok Live Studio. It's truly, truly horrible. When do you take your Christmas tree down? 2 days after Christmas. We put the tree up early, and then once Christmas is out of the way, we take it down before, and then we take it down 2 days after Christmas, and then we spend the rest of the time getting ready for big winter, big clean up for New Year and all that stuff. So, yeah. Guys, you got to remember, my eldest kid is he's going to be 16 next. You know what I mean? It's not like they. Yeah, dude, I use OBS, dude. I use OBS and Stream Elements. I use the Stream Element plugin. How do you go live then on TikTok Studio if you don't use Stream Elements? I don't have a stream key. I'm not blessed enough to have a stream key. But all this lag is literally because of like, I've got DLSS turned on and it still did. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you know another way to connect, dude, that thing, you know, I will happily try it tomorrow. Because I've got this problem for another 4 days. Yeah, but my Stream Elements is the reason I can't connect. So yeah, you do what I do usually. I have asked TikTok support to look into it, I say, because basically they were like, they replied to me the other day and was like, well, you must be banned. I'm like, but I'm not banned on TikTok. Look at my account. I'm not banned. It's just Stream Elements. You know. And then they were like, well, you must have broken a rule on Stream Elements platform. And I'm like, well, no, because again, I can go live through Stream Elements to Twitch as part of their multi-streaming. So I was like, you know, I'm not banned on anything, but you won't let me go live using Stream Elements. And I haven't had an email back basically yet, so it'll probably come today or something. But yeah, I don't really know what else to do other than this. My biggest thing is just dropping TikTok, but it's my biggest chatty platform. Do you know what I mean? I'm not the only one with the problem, Biggins. It is a very common problem. Apparently, when you get banned, for example, on TikTok or anything like that, they use AI. So, and we all know how awesome AI is. You know what I mean? I was on ChatGPT the other day creating signs for my business shop, and it couldn't even make a round sign. It couldn't even make a round 3D model. It literally kept making hexagons. So we all know how top quality AI is. Like, I'd be sat here on about 30 frames if it wasn't for DLSS. Right, that has just given me some of the money back we have lost on there, because people think I'm ignoring them. Yeah, that's a big problem as well. like I've always said to people, and I'll say it quite often through the stream, I'll say I'll chat to everybody. If I don't read your comment, there's a good chance it didn't come through TikTok. Do filter comments quite aggressively. Yeah, I've lowered the TikTok stream down to 720. So if it's not a great quality today, guys, I'm just trying to do little bits just to try and make it a little bit more user, you know, a bit more player friendly. It doesn't help it's snowing in the game. That always puts an extra strain on when I'm using TikTok Studio. Yeah, oh, I know, dude. I know. Like I said, the platform just, I don't know. It's just so. It's a great platform to stream on, but the fact that they force you to use their software is horrible. It's such a piece of crap. Like, Streamlabs is better than this, and it's like, yeah. Yeah, if I go live later on, guys, it's not me going live, it's just me trying to get Streamlabs working. But yeah, no, I tell you what it was. It wasn't a case of TikTok wouldn't go live on Streamlabs earlier. Sorry, I've got my information wrong. It was a case of TikTok. I couldn't get... StreamerBot wouldn't work on Streamlabs. It just wouldn't connect. The WebSocket to it. It just wouldn't connect. And I run all my streams through StreamerBot. That's what it was. That's why I haven't gone live on Streamlabs today. I couldn't get StreamerBot to connect. It just wouldn't connect to the... it just wouldn't connect. Oh, I don't use that. I see. I love it because what it does is... One of the reasons why people's streams go laggy is the amount of browser sources that are used, for example. And using StreamerBot is one way to not use those browser sources. Because the browser sources put strain on the CPU, always having to, you know, to be listening and things like that. And when you take it from an internet-based site, we all know how laggy like a browser source can be. Look at just opening a Google tab Chrome. So then it brings it all down to like a computer-based system. The problem I have is my Streamlabs wouldn't connect. At least then I would have had a backup, but it just wouldn't connect to StreamerBot. It was just like connect, disconnect, connect, disconnect. You know what I mean? Just would not work. Just would not work at all in the slightest. Which is a shame because, like I say, I would have just pressed go live on there. It's like I'm waiting for Meld actually to implement TikTok. I'm looking forward to Meld implementing TikTok into their software. If they can do something like Streamlabs and Stream Elements have done, that would be fantastic. Again, I like the Meld software. It's very resource, not hoggy, but you know, it doesn't use much resource. Definitely uses less than OBS now. So that would be really, really nice to use. But you know, they can give you the vertical, and you can use a vertical camera. The problem is with the vertical camera is then you still got to use TikTok Live Studio, and it's so horrible.
Damn!
Yo, dude. Wow. I have just got that notification sound twice.
Damn!
And I got that one once. Okay? Dude, thank you for the heart, mate. Thank you for the Go Populars. But yeah, like I said, TikFinity is a little bit different because it is technically web-based for TikTok. But yeah, it's... Like I say, you can set up a lot of your stuff through StreamerBot, and then it kind of takes it from web-based to like locally based. It does use a little bit more CPU doing it that way, but you know, I've got a 5090 and I can't run TikTok Live Studio and OBS at the same time. I know if I close TikTok Live right now, all my issues will literally disappear. I'll tell you what I want to do actually. I want to just take...
Hot damn!
I just want to take that off there and put that onto there and do that and do that. Just gonna hide TikTok Studio behind my game because I don't need it. I've got the chat open on a pop-out chat. I couldn't get them working the other day. Tiffany is straining on my CPU. Yeah, I have a 7800 X3D and I have no issue with Tiffany. My issue is and always has been with TikTok Live Studio. It's just so It doesn't help it's dark. Hopefully it will improve ever so slightly on the stuttering. Like I know the stutter's not showing on stream because I'm watching the stream on Twitch now, but it's definitely a lot more juddery in game. I need a new CPU. What do you run, dude? So what we're gonna do today then, guys, is right now, yeah, 7700. Yeah, I see your thing. Yeah, I run a 7800 X3D, and I've got to be honest. Like I say, I have no issues playing this game only when TikTok Live Studio's open. But I put TikTok Live Studio yeah in the game, so at least I'm not even like watching the you know, it's not using any resource trying to run like the preview. Saying that actually. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. That won't help on TikTok Live. My TikTok Live is using my Intel graphics card to code the stream. It should be using the Intel. Why did you change? I didn't ask you to change. You make no sense. Why did you do that? Okay, interesting. Right, give me a minute, guys. I'm having a brain fart. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I was looking for that option there. But yeah, it's interesting hearing someone else's views and how they use the software, though. Yeah, like I say, I love OBS, and the fact that TikTok won't. Well, it's because they're like, well, we want you to use our software, but they've realised, like, I understand. Okay, you don't want to be supplying stream keys. Okay, fair enough. But let other people do it for you. You're just ruining people's experience with live. If I went live just on TikTok, I probably wouldn't have as many problems. But I wouldn't have any problems if they just stopped using crappy AI. It doesn't have a place in the world yet. It's not smart enough at the moment. Use a 3060 Ti, nice. Well, dude, I have these problems, and what annoys me the most is, like, I'm not hitting 60 frames right now, and I'm only using 49 to 53% of my GPU. It won't use any more. But I'm having all these problems. It's such, yeah, to be honest, it's such a horrible game to play on a higher end PC. And if you go onto Reddit, there's a lot of people out there with massive high end PCs, and they're like, yeah, FarmSim runs like an absolute pile of crap. Why is this? And it does. But then when you go to using TikTok Live Studio, it makes it run even worse. Oh, I know. Like I say, if I could move everybody from TikTok to Twitch, I'd be laughing. My Twitch channel's so much more interactive with things to do. It's just a dead platform. Get a Fent there much so better? No, I don't have the money for a Fent. I have this because this is what I could afford to buy. Yeah, always. Yeah, see, I don't stream on YouTube. I did video series on YouTube and people stopped watching, so I put my VODs from my live streams on there. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to use any more resources to go to YouTube. You see, that's the problem. If I go live on YouTube, I'll get a few people. But like I say, restreaming to then 3 platforms, it's just makes it laggier. You know what I mean? Yo, dude, thank you for the follow. I swear the sound notifications are coming through twice. Actually, I think I've just realised what it is. My OBS, I bet I need to turn the alerts off on OBS for TikTok. I've got to change so many settings when I use TikTok Studio. So many settings. I'll do it once I finish this field. Yo, Stuart, how you doing, pal? Oh, welcome back to the streams, dude. I've seen you in the chat, dude. Mythic, welcome. Thank you for the follow, my friend. The map is called Kinlaig, guys. You don't need to keep putting map. You know, you're not the only platform I stream on.
Damn!
Big Insta, thank you for that follow, my friend. Yeah, the map is called Kinlaig, guys. It is not a free map. It is a DLC. It'll be nicer in a minute, guys, when daylight comes.
Damn!
Stuart, dude, thank you for the 10 coins, the heart me. The roses, I do appreciate Kane. Thank you for the rose. Biggins, dude, thank you for your populars as well, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll be glad when I get rid of all these wood chip pallets. So that is going to make a big difference. I need to get a warehouse that I can store them in, and then it wouldn't be as laggy in the old sawmill. Hello, Kinlaig. I found. Yeah, I like tackling them, but I didn't get a chance to do much of it. I did it as a YouTube series, but I did it as a YouTube series until this came out, and then I've live streamed this series. So yeah, kind of enjoy live streaming more at the moment than making videos. Plus I make videos for like my business TikToks and stuff, so it's, you know, don't like to make too many videos. Right. Right, so what I'll do is I'll leave that in there for now. I'm going to go and do the next contract. The next contract is basically the next field up. It is literally the next field up. Yeah, it's not as... doesn't seem to be as laggy at the moment. Like I say, I have turned DLSS on. I always do. It's the winter months don't help either, guys. You know, like the dark and stuff. But they got to do extra work on the reflections. But I'm looking now. I'm using a little bit more GPU. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, like playing this game and not being able to use the full GPU is very sickening to see. But the game only uses the resources it needs, but then when it has like the dips in frames, it never uses it never increases it. It's weird. I used to have the same problem on 22, but 25 with the slightly more demanding graphics, even worse. But like I said, the minute I close TikTok Live Studio, I won't have the problem. Yeah, good morning everybody. Hello, welcome to the stream everybody. Welcome. Yeah, I need to try and get Streamlabs up and running, and then that gives me a backup, just like OBS basically. But yeah, I've got to try and get that connected to Streamer button. I don't really understand why it won't connect. Like I say, it says connect and then disconnect, connect, disconnect. Yeah, it just won't stay connected. But then obviously I can't run the stream if it doesn't work. Honestly, dude, there's biggins, dude. I was a bit skeptical at first, wanting to move over to StreamerBot. But I tell you what it was for me. I just thought if I have more of a computer-based system, because I have a really good computer as well, it just, like I say, the easiest way to look at it, imagine you've got Chrome tabs open. Every browser source you've got is like running like a Google tab, and look how like resource laggy Google Chrome, you know, and how resource hungry like Google Chrome can be. So my plan was to take everything to as much system based as I can, because at least then it would stop trying to demand resources, you know, like internet and lag and anything else. Because originally I didn't have the greatest internet speed, and that's why I did it. I found that once I started taking browser sources away, now it doesn't mean you can get rid of all your browser sources, but like you know, what I've been working on in the background is if you watch on Twitch, you can send SpongeBob running across the field, the screen and stuff. All that is web based, and I've been slowly moving that across. So that's going to be another tab, and all my sound effects run through a web based thing. So that's going to be another tab that I can basically get rid of. I can get rid of the picture browser source. I can get rid of the sound effects one, and it can all be done using channel points through a piece of software. So yeah, like I said, it just makes it less internet hoggy. Also, then if the kids are on the internet, they don't just zap everything, and they're like, oh, you know, I need to do this, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm always around, dude. If you're in the Discord, if you get stuck, I do still learn to do stuff myself. I am still learning to do quite a bit of it myself. But yeah, Google and YouTube vids, if you do get stuck, there are some fantastic people out there who make plugins, like plugins basically for it. You know, download say this bit of code and then it gives you like access. It does kind of use a little bit of a browser source depending on what you get. But I use Nutty's alerts. That is kind of a browser source, but it's not like a browser source on OBS where it's always got to be live to work. It only, you know, it can trigger itself without being like always live. So as much as that's a browser source, it's never always running, and yeah, you get the idea. But I like that. Like Nutty also does an ad, so you can put it like in your top corners if you're watching on Twitch. As an ad starts to, you know, the countdown timer starts to run for an ad coming, it comes up in the top corner basically saying, guys, you know, you've got an ad coming in, for example, 2 minutes. But then, you know, in 2 minutes there's going to be an ad. But you never know when an ad's coming, really, do you, as a viewer? So, but it does just come up in the top right corner, like when there's going to be like an ad queue. That doesn't obviously help if you run a manual ad, but on Twitch I run as little ads as humanly possible. Literally run as little ads as humanly possible. Literally on the lowest setting. Right, that is that done. So what I can do now is I can head back to the farm now, and I can go and pick up the cultivator. That's kind of what I want to get done today. But what I am going to do is, while I'm out and about in the area, sometimes when you do a ploughing contract, sometimes you can get more ploughing contracts, just like that one. And I do like a ploughing contract. Ploughing, cultivating, and hoeing, while we're as low as money as we are the best contracts, because there's no consumable item used. It's just brilliant. Yeah, I'm always wrong. Like I've got I made my own ban alert using StreamerBot, so it comes up with you know, like puts like a stamp down on the stick on the screen, and then says the name underneath. You know, has been banned. All that runs through StreamerBot, which is brilliant. Right, so we're going to take this back to the farm, I think. Yep, we're going to field 11 first. We'll go to field 11. I've got to make sure today, though, guys, we put enough wood into the sawmill. Definitely laggy here, though, guys, but that's the amount of pallets. I'm hoping the price increases today, but if not, we'll do that tomorrow. That's going to be paying off one of our loans. Got to shoot, dude. Yeah, dude. Same here, dude. Like I say, live Monday to Friday, guys. Monday to Friday, 9 till 12 UK time. I'm not expecting streams to be as busy over the next few days, because people are going back to work. Absolutely snowing like hell. Crazy. Right. I'm gonna... I could do with just swapping this, putting plough on the back, because we've got one field to do and we're kind of going to pass it. But saying that, I don't know, let's have a look. Now we'll go to the farm first, and we'll drop the trailer off. We'll drop the trailer off. Struggling to see where I'm going. Is that freaking dark? A good job I do know where I'm going, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't think my parcel's going to be coming today, guys. I'm waiting for a new nozzle for my 3D printer. It was meant to come Friday, and snow meant it didn't. Then it was meant to come Saturday. Again, snow meant it didn't. They didn't deliver it Sunday because they don't work. It's now Monday, and it was meant to come today. And as you can imagine, we've had about another 3.5 inches of snow today. And it's only 9:43, and we've already had 3.5 inches of snow. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't think... I won't mind, but I've got an order. I've literally got an order, and I can't complete it at the moment, because I need the nozzle to complete the order because of what I need to print. And yeah, the snow... Fortunately, the customer is awesome and understanding. Do you know what I mean? There's not really much I can do about the weather at the moment. I'm gonna say, I did drop you and you're not listening to me. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are we all doing? I am glad everybody had a fantastic and awesome Christmas and New Year, guys. That is, it's always nice to see, you know what I mean? It's always nice to know that everyone has had a great holiday. Alright, that's going to help, guys. Daylight is coming, which means we don't have to run the lights. So yeah, we've got field number 11 to do right now, guys. Field number 11. I think one of the fields we're trying to buy is one of the contracts, which means we've missed the crop in the ground. We have 14 was one we were thinking of buying. Field 13 is one we were looking at buying. If I can get field 11 done, guys, that we can buy our new field today. And that's without even clearing a loan either. Now, obviously, if we do this, we do have to make sure we get enough money to cover the loans next month. It'll be so nice if we can cover or pay off one of the loans next month. We got to keep an eye on that wood chip price. This is what we're looking at right now. Wood chips. Sorry, wrong one. It's increasing all the time. There's 55 grand there. We've only got 48 in there. We could sell it right now, to be fair, all the wood chips, and get rid of the loan. But maximum price is 55 grand. That doesn't mean that's the price right now. If we look right now, we've only got 50 grand. So we're losing 5 grand by not waiting a day. And I'm more than happy to wait a day, because it'll be something we can do at the beginning of the next episode. And it's at least 55 grand. Just getting another drink. Come on, little New Holland, come on. You're so glitchy on the light textures in winter, it's horrible. Yeah, this is kind of playable at the moment. Well, it's not, but it'll have to do. I keep pressing that button by accident. That is not the button I keep meaning to press. Yeah, welcome in everybody. You can tell the holiday periods over the stream is so quiet compared to like the last 2 weeks. It was absolutely crazy over the last couple of weeks. Right. So yeah, this is going to be, well, I don't want to say this is going to be our last ploughing contract. I know one thing for sure, you know, like I said, the ploughing contracts make us enough money to cover the loan payment. Like I say, I do want £131,000. Let's just before I do what else. So that's £150,000. That one is 130. So that's 109. That's 109 on the yield. Yeah, that's double the value. I don't have that kind of income right now. That's only 102. So the field we want to buy is actually this one. I'm hoping actually maybe. I was about to buy it, but David, who currently owns that field, wants it ploughing. So if we complete this contract, that might even come up as a ploughing contract. So we might get paid to plough it before we buy it. And I'm more than happy to do that. But yeah, we have got the money right now to buy the field, and I'd like to do that. I would like to spend less time contracting, but obviously in order to do less contracting, I need more fields. The problem I've got is it's 109% yielding field. What do I put in that? Because originally I wanted a grass field so I could get sheep, I could get cows and do all that. But at 109% yield, that has to be a grain field. It has to be. We can't not use that as that kind of field. 109% yield. Yeah, it's got to be used for planting rather than grass. The field I want to buy for the grass isn't... We don't have enough money for it. Let me just go back here. What is this? How much is that field there? That field there is 106. See, that would be a fantastic grass field. It would be the only grass field we need. We only need one grass field. The problem is how quickly we can make money in winter. That puts that almost within reach, but I know technically it's not technically a grass field, but we could put sheep along this edge. Hang on, let me move into it. We could put sheep along this edge here, and then still, you know, we could make a field out of this, or we could extend that way. Although that's not a great yield. Yeah, no. So this needs to be a field. So we are going to buy this field, and we are going to just... 105. Field 9's the only one. Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely not going to turn that field into a grass field. It's too good of a field to turn to grass. We do need to do a bit of work on our farm as well today, guys. Our one of our fields needs stone picking, and well, long story short, it also needs liming as well. Yeah, so what we'll do is, I think once we've done this contract here, I'll go and do the stone in our field, and then we can work our way around the field then once we've done all the work close to our farm. No caller ID, dude. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, something is really amiss with my alerts today. I've got the dual sound effect again, and I shouldn't do. I wonder if it's still triggering on OBS. Give me one second. I know I'm kind of stop-starting today, guys. It's because I'm... Let me just go on to there, and let me just turn off the TikTok alerts. Shut down source when not visible. Thank you very much. That's all I need to do there. That should do. Hopefully that will... hopefully that'll make a bit of difference. Daughter's got a job interview today, guys. Hopefully she gets the job. Unfortunately, she's got a hell of a walk. She's got to walk all the way down to Seafront today, which isn't that far, but in the weather conditions that we've got, it's really not good for her, bless her. I've just noticed, actually, today I haven't checked the shop once. It's not bad. To be honest, guys, that's not bad. Let me tell you why. This has got very high work hours, yeah, which I'm not really happy about. But just if I was to sell that, that would be £30,000, Matt, for the JCB. I could spend 20 grand and double the output. The downside is it would be having two tractors the same. I was going to buy something in the shop and I've completely forgotten about it and I've missed it. The wood chip machine's not bad though. It'd be nice if all these stone contracts came up. How are we doing, guys? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Very quiet today, but everyone's back to colleges and work and all that. And yeah, I knew this was. I knew it was going to be quieter today. I didn't expect it to be this quiet, to be honest. It's the only downside to streaming during the day, but I don't know. I kind of need to do it during the day. That's the thing. Like, I'll finish at 12, guys, and I've got business stuff to do, so it's printing the stuff that we're putting into our shop. %67 done though. I definitely want to try and get that field as a contract. Let me just load the mini map. We definitely want to try and get field 13 as a contract. Field 13 is just it's gonna be a game changer for us, to be honest. If we can get that as a contract and then buy it, we might as well get paid to plough it before we buy it. At least then when we plough it, you know, just money. Otherwise, if we buy it and plough it, I know it's our field, it's, you know, it's not the end of the world if we have to plough it, but I would much rather get paid by someone else to plough it and then just buy it off them. Might miss little bits doing it this way, but we just need to try and speed this job up. There we go. 81% done, so we are proper knocking this out of the park. Yeah, I'm thinking of adding I'm not really bothered about webcams and stuff like that, guys, but I've been thinking of adding a webcam in for the 3D printer. You know, because when we're live, we're always printing something in the background, and I thought, you know what I mean? That could be a pretty cool talking point. Here, one thing up. Heating's gone off and it's instantly just dropped temperature today. I think outside right now it's -3. It's -3 right now. Wow. -3 during the day. Now I know to some people that's not a lot, but where we live, because I live by the sea, guys, and I mean like right by the sea, like you can see the sea from my like bedroom windows. Yeah, we don't tend to get the snow we've got right now. It's definitely very, very cold. And I have realised I've only got 1 bag of coal left in my burner, so I am very tempted about maybe maybe nipping to Aldi. I don't like burning Aldi coal. It's, you get what you pay for, but Aldi's the closest shop to sell it, and I need close so that I don't slip on my ass. Because otherwise I will slip on my ass. I will definitely 1,000,000% slip on my ass. There we go. That has actually come up as completed. I thought there'd have been a bit more to do on that job, although it was a bigger field, so a bigger field, bigger gap. Please give me field. I can't remember now. 13. Please give me field 13 as a ploughing contract. Please, game. I really want field 13 as a ploughing contract. Come on, give me it. I want to buy it, but I want to plough it. I don't want to buy it and plough it myself. I want to get paid to plough it before I buy it. You pay me like 3 grand to plough that field. For 3 grand, and then I'll use that 3 grand to actually buy the field. I'm not daft. Yeah, I want this field. I want this field. I desperately want that field, but I want to plough it first as a job. I don't want to plough it as a I'm going to buy it. Needs ploughing. Come on, give me it as a contract. Come on. It might come up after a cultivating job. I don't know if it will or not. I'll take the plough back to the farm though for now, just in case. Like I say, I could leave the plough there, but if another ploughing contract comes up. But yeah, we've got a big field to plough, to cultivate now. Field 15 is the one we're going to start on. Field 15, field 14. Oh yeah, they're not too bad. Field 3, I might cancel the field 3 job just because I've got a lot of woodwork we've got to do today. And yeah, I don't fancy travelling halfway across the map for no reason. Well, I say no reason. Halfway across the map and back for 1 contract, you know what I mean? And it's not even like going to be that big of a paying contract. Probably be about 3 or 4 grand. Which I don't mind 3 or 4 grand contracts, but the 3 or 4 grand contracts I like to be closer to the farm. Field 15 it is then, guys. Field 15 it is. Yeah. This is going to take a while. Yeah, I'm definitely going to cancel field 3. I'm definitely going to cancel field 3. Yeah, it's not even 4 grand. It was 3.5 grand. Sorry, dude. You can do your own field, David, because you're not giving me the field I actually want doing. I want to buy that field off you, but you're not. 33. Oh, that's a 10 grand contract for plow. I told you he was going to give me another bloody ploughing contract. I bloody told you. Unfortunately, this plough here, sorry, this cultivator is not the widest thing in the world, but this is a relatively good paying contract. This is going to cover next month's loan though, guys. This is why we're kind of doing this right now. It's going to cover the loan. Yeah, we spent a lot of money today, guys. We spent a lot of money buying our fabric because we just didn't own it, which unfortunately is a shame. I think we spent about 30 grand on fabric today, which I didn't want to buy, but we don't have the field to feed sheep, so we don't have sheep. Like, I've got a massive cow barn and I've got no cows in it because I can't do out with them. At the end of the day, guys, we can't look after the cows, and we can't buy the cows if we can't feed them. We can't feed them because we don't have any grass field. Yes, we have a little bit of grass around the field, but it's not enough to feed the cows. Wait a minute, guys. I was just 3D printing, just checking my filament levels. Right, let's get this one headland done then. I don't think it's going to take too long to do. And then that'll give us a rough idea of percentage, guys. If it's like, for example, 20% for headland, you know what I mean? Just go around 5 times. Yeah, this is why I like the ploughing contracts more, because the ploughing contracts are a lot wider, guys. They are the ploughing, not the wide. Oh my god, I'm getting my words confused today. My plough is wider, which is why I like to do the ploughing contracts over the cultivation contract. I don't mind cultivating. They are really good jobs still to do. But yeah, I definitely do prefer the ploughing because we can go an extra... I think it's like an extra metre wide, and we could technically take the plough to 12 metres, but I am kind of pushing the horsepower limit for 12 metres, and I would rather be able to go than just be struggling, do you know what I mean? Yeah, welcome in, guys. Welcome. First day with everybody back at work, and the stream is so quiet today. It's crazy. I do appreciate all the follows, though, guys, that we had over the Christmas period. We reached our 2026 goal of 5,000 followers, so that was absolutely amazing. Alright, so it was 15% pretty much for one headland. It's going to take a little while to do this field. I'm trying to decide if it's worth cancelling field 14 and going straight out to do that plough contract. That plough contract's worth like 10 grand. Master Ferguson, £137,000. Yikes. Can we have a look at that? Let's have a look at that. Oh, it's a massive giant baler. Oh, I can't afford that. I genuinely can't afford that. Well, I could, but I can't justify spending that amount of money on one baler. It feels weird actually. I'm streaming with a freaking light on. I don't normally have like my game room lights on when I'm streaming. I have them just when I'm. Oh, well, actually, they're there. The lights themselves are around the sim rig so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And yeah, to be honest, it's just crazy. I've literally got it on just to be able to stream today. It's that dark, even though it's snowing and it's white outside. The window in my game room's not that big, and yeah, it's just hell. There we go. Not too shabby that though, guys. It's yeah, 28% weight. It's gonna take quite a while to finish this. I was hoping it was gonna be maybe like 5 or 6 headlands. Yeah. Every headland gets a little bit smaller, so the first one was 15 or 14, the second one was 13. Oh, yeah. Not really much I can do about this. Yo, dude, thank you for liking the stream, dude. There isn't exactly like a sound alert, but I do see him come up every once in a while. Yeah, guys, I'm a bit quiet today, guys. Stream is just so quiet, but, you know. People are maybe out enjoying the weather today. I know schools and colleges and unis and that are all back today. I know because all my kids were meant to be back today. School's closed though, to be fair. Yeah, it's kind of leading to a very quiet stream today. I don't even think we're going to hit our average of 10 followers a live stream now, are we? I think it's going to really slow things down. Right. I'm going to drive over this bit like I've already done it for a reason, guys. I'm trying to just get a nice straighter edge. I mean, Kadu is really starting to do the rows now. It's all about making sure we've got enough turning circle as well. Got to be able to turn this around like that, and then we can kind of go. Yeah, well, this is the problem. There isn't really any straight rows, is there? It's massive curve on it. I think we're better off just still doing headlands, really. Genuine question though, guys. When I'm talking, I know there's not many people around to ask, but I can only ask. Do you hear my 3D printer in the background when I'm talking? I've got to ask, do you know what I mean? I've got to ask. You don't hear it in the background? Nice. Well, that's the idea, dude. Do you know what I mean? It's not almost as loud as it can be. Yo, John Boy, good morning. Thank you for answering that question, dude. Just a little bit concerned like it was pick-upable, but I need to have it running in order to sell the stuff I make. So, yeah. If anyone's interested in any of the stuff though, until my Etsy shop is fully up and running, I have listed some stuff in my Discord, and I can basically sort it out without an Etsy shop at the moment if anyone is interested. I've already had Mr. Flores place an order with me, which was truly awesome. I'm just waiting for my new nozzle to come so I can finish his order, and yeah. But he knows about that. Like I say, my new nozzle for my 3D printer. It's not a new one, guys. It's a more intricate one for text work. It was meant to come on Friday, but snow put paid to that, and then obviously we had snow Saturday and Sunday as well. So yeah, I don't think the nozzle's going to come out today either, with the amount of snow we've got where we are. Yeah, the intricate text work needs a smaller nozzle, and yeah, I have ordered one, and just got to wait for Yodel to drive the 50-mile with it to deliver it. But they keep getting cancelled with the weather. I don't think any of my deliveries are going to come today. I've got so many deliveries due today. So many deliveries supposed to come today, and I don't think I'm going to get any. Like I say, I woke up this morning and we'd had like another 3 inches of snow overnight. Now where we live, like I say, right by the sea, we don't get snow very often. We really don't. And if it does snow, it's like gone in a couple of hours. The fact we've had this snow now for 4 days is crazy, and it's just getting worse. And I've only got 1 bag of coal left, which is crazy. Yeah, I haven't got much grit left, but yeah, I'm running out of everything. Like I say, we don't, you know, I always buy like a little bag of grit. I bought one last year just for more the ice actually, because my back door's got a few steps going down to it. And I like to make sure those stairs are all gritted all the time. I don't need the dog breaking a leg. Long story short, I couldn't afford the dog if it broke a bloody leg. Plus, to be honest with you, insurances will use any excuse to not pay out. I bet they'll be like, oh no, it slipped on snow. No, you know what I mean? Insurances are horrible. I like to play the act of God card, don't they, to not pay out. Right, there we go. We'll start with rows on this side, and we'll just work our way across. We are 59% complete on this contract, guys, so we are getting through it relatively quickly. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Welcome. Hopefully stream will pick up soon. It's been very quiet today. I do know though, I had quite a lot of regulars like, oh, back at work on Monday and all that kind of stuff. It was like, oh, unlucky guys. My work is literally printing in the background. trying to justify at the moment of buying another one, but I've got to get some orders first, I think. I'm trying to build up a little bit of stock of the ones that we do currently sell, and then that way we can get another printer and start producing more and stuff. Yeah, I'm hoping my my Amazon delivery does still come today. I've got some new tricolour filament coming for the 3D printer. Started making these monster can mug. They're like a mug basically for your monster, but you put your can of monster inside it, like the whole can, and it, you know, gives you like a bit of a handle. It makes it a bit easy to carry kind of thing, especially if you're walking and drinking at the same time. It's got like the monster logo engraved on it and stuff like that. It's really cool. The wife wants one, but she's ordered this, like, well, I've ordered, but this tricolour filament just to give it a different shape, basically, you know, different colours and shades. Hey up, lad, how are you doing, Mr. Barnsley? I hope you're alright, man. New model maps come out today, maybe. Giants are a little bit weird over the Christmas periods, but yeah, I would expect more maps and stuff to be coming out soon. I know Oxygen David's map, I saw a post on social media on Friday. His map is going into his private testing with his people. So that'll be good to see. Yeah, definitely looking forward to Oxygen David's new map coming out. Really, really, really looking forward to that one. It eventually will be across all platforms, but it usually takes 3 or 4 months longer to get it on console. Oxygen David's map, it always comes out on PC. So what he does is he releases it privately via like his itch for PC, and then he lets the PC players play it to find as many bugs as possible, and then that way you can fix as much as he can before it goes off to Giants, and then hopefully it won't fail Giants more than once. Giants tend to fail maps first time for the littlest of things. So, but it will. Oxygen David maps, they always come out cross-play. They always come out cross-platform. But for the first month or two, it would be PC only. It's the best way to do it though, is let the players find the issues, because you can look on a map as much as you want if you've made it, but there's always going to be something someone can find. There's problems on this map. I found in the hedge there's a floating there's a Caligas ball in a hedge on this map, and this map's been out for months now. But then again, if no one reports it, it'll never get fixed. That's the issue with it. Oh dude, thank you for the follow. We haven't had many today, but thank you for the follow. Right, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Sorry guys, I just had to go and chat to the wife. My son has just messaged me to tell me Ruben Amorim, the Manchester United manager, has been fired. Now, I'm personally not a Man United fan, but he turned down the Liverpool job to go to United, and he's been fired at United. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Wow. Like, I can't believe Amorim's been fired. And yet we've still got Slot. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I can't believe that. Sky Sports. Yeah, I've got to talk. I've got to. Ruben Amorim sacked after 14 months in charge. Darren Fletcher takes over as temporary manager of Manchester United. Wow. Wow. Let's have a party. Man United gets sacked. Well, as a Liverpool fan, it's always great to see Man United's downfall. Just like Liverpool, you know, seeing Liverpool not play well makes Man United fans very happy. I didn't think they'd sack him. I really didn't. Like, how many managers are you gonna go through? Ten Hag lasted longer than Amorim. He's been fired. I can't wait for Barnsley to Liverpool. Yeah, dude, do you know what? I hope you win. Because then Slot might get fired. Because I said originally Slot wasn't the man for the job. Yes, he won a Premier League in his first season, but he had Klopp's original team. I don't like his tactics. He's not aggressive enough to press the ball quickly and hard enough. You know, for the Liverpool way, we always had like a high press, high energy, and under Slot, it's just sideways passing. And I said originally, I said I weren't happy with him, you know. I was pleased he won a Premier League, don't get me wrong, but I'm not happy with the way the team plays. And we have an awesome team, and he can't get them to play. I like watching 2008 season 2-1 to Barnsley. Yeah, dude. Do you know what? I hope you win, just so that we can have Amorim fired. Amorim, so we can have Slot fired like Amorim. Yeah, my autistic lad's like, Dad, Man United manager Amorim's been fired. I was like, what? But I had to go and tell the wife, because the wife's a massive Liverpool fan as well. And she's like, no. And I'm like, yeah. And then I ran back down the stairs back to my game room. That's where I went. That was just news that couldn't wait. Very good. The record against Liverpool away days. Yeah, dude, honestly, I hope, like I say, I hope you win so we can get rid of Slot. But do you know what? That's karma. I like Ruben Amorim as a manager. I think he's a fantastic manager. But nobody, I knew he wasn't going to do well at United. Because it's United. Nobody seems to be able to get Manchester United back on track. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tried. You know, David Moyes tried. Ten Hag's tried. Louis van Gaal's tried. You know what I mean? They've had some world-class people try and manage that team, and nobody can do it. Chelsea sacked their manager the other day. You know what I mean? Teams are sacking their managers, and they're in the top 6 of the Premier League. It's like, I don't get it. I think it's the only reason Slotty has still got his job, is the fact that, you know, we are currently sat 4th. But the game against Fulham yesterday was horrible. There was no intensity, there was no pressing till the start of the second half, and even then it dwindled away after 10 minutes. And I do think for Slot it is just a matter of time. There's only one legend. For United, yes. Sir Alex was unstoppable. Just like Liverpool were unstoppable in the 80s, you know what I mean? United had like the 90s and the early noughts. Chelsea had a little chance, Arsenal had a little chance, you know. Yeah, it's Ruben Amorim's been fired. I love it. That is, do you know what, guys? That has just made my fucking day. That has just made my day. You've no idea. My dad is a Leeds fan. Fair enough. To be fair, my dad was a Leeds fan when I was growing up. He likes to watch Liverpool now, but that was mainly because I was a big football fan and I played football, Sunday League and Saturday League and all that crap as a kid. And then I like to watch the Liverpool games, and he kind of grew into like a little bit of a Liverpool fan. But my dad moved to Barnsley during the war, you know, like that video, I say video, you know they did that like film on the children who got moved up to like countrysides and stuff in the war and things like that. Well, my dad was one of them, and he came from down south to the edge of Barnsley as a nipper. So that's why my dad likes Leeds. You know, he kind of lived in the area, and well, in the 30s, the 40s and the 50s, you know what I mean, Leeds were actually an half-decent team. And his brother's an Arsenal fan. Yeah, dude, don't talk to me about Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans are going around on the internet. Oh, Liverpool's only won 2 Premier League titles in 31 years. Arsenal, you haven't won a Premier League in 21 years yourself. You might want to shut up and start doing the math. You're not far behind us, and you haven't won one in 21 years. You haven't won a Premier League since my eldest son's been born. Like I won't be going round bragging. You haven't won a Premier League in 21 years. My son's 21, and you haven't won one while he's been on this earth. You know what I mean? I support Liverpool, dude. I've supported Liverpool since the age of 1. Or maybe 2. I know I was very small. I believe it was a Leeds versus... Do you know what I think it was? Like Leeds versus Liverpool, and my dad was watching watching it as a Leeds fan. Do you know what I mean? And I think that was like the first football game I ever remember watching. You know, on the telly. But technically, my dad's a Bedford fan because that's originally where he was from. But he's only like he's like a dual fan, and it's not like he's a Glory supporter or anything. He was just born in Bedford. He was just unfortunately 2.5 years old when he got moved in the war. You can shut up, pal. Arsenal are a good team and accept that. To be fair, Arsenal are doing very well this dude. I've never said that they weren't doing well this season. But where's your champion? Where's your Champions League, dude? Where's 21 years for as an Arsenal fan, you should be like you know what I mean? You should want more from your club. But this season, Arsenal are the in team, especially with City dropping points yesterday against Chelsea. That extends your lead a little bit. I do think though it is Arsenal's. Unless Arsenal get like a horrible injury with like several players, I don't see Arsenal giving it up. Yeah, it's definitely Arsenal's, I think, this year. I follow Barnsley and Rangers. My neighbour's a Celtic fan. In fairness, he is Scottish. Even they're not having a good season this year at the Celtic. Tell you what, this season is the season of underdogs, guys. That's why Arsenal are going to win it. Right, what are we on? 35%, and then we got one. Oh, hang on a minute. I'll tell you what I haven't done. I didn't cash in that contract there. That was worth... Wow, that cultivating contract was worth 10 grand. Woo! Yo, dude, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, dude. Hello and welcome, everybody. Yeah, hello and welcome, everybody. How are we all doing today, guys? Are we having a good day? Are we enjoying the snow if you have snow? Will Arsenal win League? Arsenal Championship commentary, Cardiff League 2. Maybe. 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 I do think Arsenal will win the Premier League this year. I was hoping, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, it was going to be Liverpool. And we did get off to a really... It wasn't... I don't want to say a really good start. The games were really crappy. But we were managing to win them. Where now we're lucky to get a draw. So, yeah. I just hope we get Champions League football. Because I think at the end of the season, Slot will be relieved of his duty. Dude! Non-league, dude. Non-league. I'm a fan owner of Scarborough Football Club, dude. I'm a fan owner of Scarborough Football Club. Because it's a fan-owned club, I am part owner of the club. So, you know, the Scarborough-York rivalry, that goes back many years. That's a cracking... It's a cracking little rivalry. Yeah, we've had a bit of dip in form over the last 4 or 5 weeks as poor little Scarborough. And we've gone from like second, third in the league down to like 7th or 8th. We haven't got a big squad, that's the problem. Like the other day, like I know I was looking at the team squad the other day. Not like the other day, like the game the other day, but like one of our games like about 2 weeks ago. We only had 3 players on the bench. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Yo, dude, how you doing, pal? I'm not doing too bad. And yourself? But do you know what I mean? You're not gonna get up another league if you can only list 3 players on the bench. But you know, injuries and the fact it's a fan-owned club. Do you know what I mean? If the club doesn't get the money coming in from the fans, obviously we can't get players. That's the problem. Dude, thank you for the follow. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I was not expecting my son to text me today to say Amarin's been fired. I was not expecting that. I can't believe he's been in the job less than Slot. Amarin has a good style of play as a manager. He just didn't work with the players at United. Darren Fletcher is interim manager of Manchester United. The thing is, Man United will do well for a little bit. They always do. Interim managers do well. Then he'll get offered the job permanently and he'll suck again in 6 months. You know what I mean? But I'd pop in and say hello. I do appreciate it, dude. Hello. 79% on this contract, guys. 79% on this contract. Need to just keep an eye on the price of those wood chips, guys, if it's any closer. But yeah, guys, in the next episode or two on the live stream, we should be completing the windmill. And then that means we can get all our wheat and barley into the windmill. I just thought then, actually. Yeah, I do need to top up the chickens, though, guys. Also, in about 3 months' time, we can... 3 or 4 months in-game time, we can sell the soya beans. I don't think that's going to be a great yield from that, but, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't think I'm going to do soybean anymore. I think I'm going to stick to wheat, barley, oat and sorghums. Anything I can put into flour, because then we can sell the flour for a higher profit. Saying that, how much does flour actually sell for on this map? Like oats is 600 quid. Flour only sells for 800 quid. That's a lot of effort to sell flour for £100. Hang on, what's barley? So 800 quid. So that doubles in price. That doubles in price. But oats is not worth. Oats might as well just be sold direct. Sorghum is 500. We can make about a 33%. We can make 100 profit on wheat and barley. We can make about 30 to 40% profit more by turning it into flour. So yeah, it is worth. Yeah, oats is probably going to be for the horses, I think. I can't believe Hammering's been fired. I'm sorry, guys. It's kind of just... It's got my attention. It's got my attention as a Liverpool fan. He turned down the Liverpool job for United and he lasted 14 months. 14 months in charge. That is all he's managed. 14 months. It said 14 months on the list. It can't be 14 months. Surely it's got to be more than 14 months. Oh, I don't know, to be fair. But yeah, that has just made my Monday, guys. That has just absolutely made my Monday. Right, there we go. That is all the cultivating done, I think. That was another 3 grand. That wasn't really a thing. We're hoping to get a new field, guys. We want to buy field 13, but the guy wants it ploughing. And I'm hoping the job comes up as a ploughing contract. Wow, there is some fantastic contracts just come right up. Like, 27's a great job. It's just a shame it's too far away. Let's go and get the... We've got to go and get the stones off the field now, guys, on our field. And then what we'll do is we'll go and plough the field number 33, which is our one remaining contract, guys. Field 33 is our one remaining contract. So we'll definitely go and do that. No, field 33 is, yeah, 33. I don't know if I said 33 or just 3. Sorry, guys. To be honest with you, I had a very, very late night last night and I had a very early morning. I'm running on about 3.5 to 4 hours of sleep. But yeah, I was designing stuff and printing stuff then for our Etsy shop. Me and the wife are setting up a little 3D Etsy shop. 3D printing Etsy shop and stuff, and yeah, trying to get that up and running has been. I was hoping for it to be up and running by now. Now I technically shouldn't be streaming today. I should really be kind of working on that, but a couple of hours while the wife's at work anyway. It's not the end of the world. The wife does the shop part. She's like a walking, talking dictionary thesaurus, where I'm just a dyslexic idiot. But she deals with all that kind of side of things. Yep, there is stones in there. I don't have to get the stones, guys. Could just roll them back into the ground after planting. But the stones make us free lime, and I need to lime, so, you know, I have got a nice pile of stones, though. I do just want to point that out. I do have a nice pile of stone. Right, there we go. I don't know how many stones we'll get off this field. I don't think it'll be many. But whatever we get, it's something. Yeah, we got £152,000 in the bank, guys. Can definitely buy our field. We can definitely afford to pay next month's loan. Then we're gonna sell the wood chip, and then when we sell the wood chip, that's gonna pay off we're gonna use the wood chip money to pay off as much loan as possible. Something I was trying to discuss earlier when we were talking about it. I want to know if there's a Is there a warehouse that I can store wood chips in? Sheds, silos. I don't know if there's anything to, you know, I need to get rid of the pallets, you know, the wood chips. I didn't know if there's like, I know there's like wood chip storage mods, but I didn't know if there was like a, you know, a building, a warehouse building that I could put wood chips in. These are all farmhouses and garages. So they're just those. So yeah, there isn't really anywhere. I need a wood chip storage mod, or you know, like an in-game warehouse. Just don't know if there is one. It doesn't appear to be, no. But then is it under, you know, it's not under there obviously. Is it under there? No. Not under there. It's not going to be under greenhouses, you know what I mean? It's not technically a selling point, but it's also not a factory. But yeah, is there... So this is what sucks about this. Like these are not warehouses, but I need a warehouse to try and store it. But yeah, there's just nothing here, guys. I know we're under factories, but we've just looked under all the categories. Yo, Tractors, how you doing, pal? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, there's nothing there to store wood chips. That's the problem. So I need like a warehouse for the pallets. How you doing, buddy? We've got about an hour of in-stream time left. Get that turn there. There we go. Gonna make that turn now, nice and easy. Shouldn't have to do it like that again, but you never know. If we do, we do. Yeah, we definitely want to get that ploughing contract because it's worth a lot of money. And then we need to go down to the sawmill. We need to get some trees into the sawmill. We need to put a lot of trees in, and yeah, we just probably got some more wood pallets to sell. But yeah, we could just distribute the wood chips to the warehouse for storing, if obviously, you know, if we can get like a little storage area for the wood chips. I kind of want to jump out of the game and look, do you know what I mean? But we don't have much ink, we don't have much game time. We'll maybe do it at the end of the stream. I need a little bit straighter edge here, guys. I need a bit straighter edge here. I know what I'm doing might look a little bit crazy right now, but I know what I'm doing. I'm a man with a plan, even though sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. So we're going to go across there like that. We're going to try and give that a nice straighter edge there, just to finish that like that. That'll do that nice. That should look a lot neater now. Yeah, it looks a lot neater up there. These little bits here, we can get these as we come in like that. And then hopefully now, that should save us a lot of hassle. It doesn't take long to de-stone the fields, guys, that's for sure. We can deal with the liming on this field in the next episode. We were meant to do it in today's episode, but we've got so much to do today. And only an hour of real life stream time left to go, guys. Only an hour to go. Yeah, I'm thinking, guys, while I can't use OBS, I might stream a slightly different game. Like I say, I'm not happy with the frame issues we're still having because of TikTok Studio. And it's only relating to this game. There's some demand stuff there. You know what? We need somewhere to put. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for a warehouse. I'm gonna have to. But it needs to be able to take wood chips. That's the problem. I'll probably have a look in my testing world actually. Oh. Get this turned around there. We'll get that across there. That looks very nice indeed. Better. Yes. Yes. Yeah. To be fair, in-game day today seems a bit weird. Like, we've been live for nearly 2 hours. It should be an hour and a half to get us to about midday. It's midday in-game. Yeah, we're only playing on 4 like usual. Very interesting. Right, I won't be a second again, guys. Right, I'm back. Hello, everybody. Hello. How are we doing? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. But yeah, if while I have to use TikTok Live Studio, guys, to stream to TikTok, because normally I use OBS, I might play a different game. It doesn't like me playing Farm Sim and going to TikTok Live. The TikTok Live Studio software is just so resource hoggy, even on a high-end PC. But then the game, we just have little issues. I don't enjoy playing it when it stutters about like it is doing. Now, I know on the stream it's not showing it, but trust me, guys, it's not smooth gameplay. It's like I'm playing on 30 frames, even though I'm not. It's really, really terrible. I don't have the problem when I use OBS, but while the stream elements isn't working for me, I've got to make some kind of sacrifice. So maybe a different game when I'm not using... If I have to use TikTok Studio, maybe a different game is required. I just don't know what game. SnowRunner, maybe. SnowRunner is multiplayer, guys. SnowRunner is multiplayer. If you own SnowRunner, we could do a new multiplayer save where I can just open it up to people. There we go. So that is coming to an end on this. You know what? I was about to say it's coming to an end. We don't have much percentage left to go. This is our field, so we have to do it all anyway. I tell you guys, I need to go back to bed. My brain is not braining right now because I'm freaking tired, but I went to bed about 3 o'clock this morning, up at like, well, the alarm went off at like 7:30 this morning. And I didn't sleep the entire time. It took me ages to drift off last night. And this wasn't worth 1,000 litres. We only got 1,000 litres of stone off this field. That's horrible. That is genuinely a horrible amount of stone to get off this entire field. 1,000, hang on. I'll give you the exact number in a second. 1,076 litres, guys. That is all we got off this field. Then again, it's still 1,000 litres of lime. Yeah, I kind of wish I had time to do cultivating on 27, but we have to get trees in the sawmill. I kind of want to just jump out of the game actually and see if there's a warehousing mod. See how much it's going to be. I don't want to buy a... We don't need it straight away, you see, guys, because when we do this, when we sell the wood chip tomorrow, there won't be any wood chip for a little bit. But it'd be nice to get something that can store wood chip pallets. We get about 120,000 a year. Could sell a little bit of straw. That'll give us a little bit of money in the bank. Yeah, I'm very tempted to look on the mod hub and just see if there's anything. But then the problem is if it doesn't say what it holds, I've got to load it into my test world to check anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to field number 33 now. I'm going to take the plough with me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the plough with me to the sawmill, and then I can always bring... I can basically always bring this back later on, do you know what I mean? To the farm, like next episode, something stuff like that. Yeah, let's go and do field 33. Ploughing doesn't take long. Ploughing is so super quick. Genuine question though. Price-wise, straw, we have 16 grand in straw. That's not a great price, to be fair. Is there a reason why that straw is so bad at the moment? I won't mind, but it's the best price as well. So that is pretty much the best price it can ever be. 16 grand for all them bales. It's not a bad one. So we do need some straw for the cows when we get them, but we can't get the cows without having a grass field. So again, I'm just in that predicament at the moment where I haven't got that like crazy much to do, like because I need more fields, but I can't get more fields. Like with the field we can afford to buy is so good, it's too good to turn it into grass. And that's my problem right now. The field is so good, we can't use it for grass. That I want to buy. The field I want to buy for the grass field, I can't afford. It's like 300 grand. And to be quite honest, our business loan is going to be paid for very soon for the sawmill. I'd like to get another business loan. Like we can only loan for businesses. I did buy for a harvest, but only because it was in the second-hand shop, and you can't finance second-hand items. That was the only exception I made for that, for the harvester. But what I want to do now is I want to buy the bakery. Because if we're going to harvest, if we're going to make flour, we might as well make bread. That might bump the price up a little bit more. At least it's another production. And then if we start making some bread, I think, to be honest, it would be a good business idea. How are we doing though, guys? Welcome in, everybody. I know there's a few people around today. It's not been as popular as usual today, but like I say, Christmas is over now, guys. People are back to works and schools and colleges and everything else, so kind of going back to the figures we had before the Christmas break. That's fine. That's fine. I am hoping to maybe, once these business things up and running, I do want to get streaming a lot more. I think, to be honest, I think the Dragon Lady's I'm gonna do some like Formula 1, and she's gonna like read the chat and things like that, and I'll be there in the chat as well, but it's just hard to read the actual chat, so she's kind of gonna read it to me, kind of thing. And she's gonna build Lego on my PC desk, see, when I do it. Yo, dude, thank you for the roses, my friend.
Hot damn!
God damn! Thank you for the roses, my friend. Yeah, this won't take long at all. We've already done 5%. We haven't even done a headland. We haven't even done half a headland. Yeah, guys, thank you for all the roses and they're technically coins, aren't they? They're technically coins. I do appreciate them, guys. I never ask for them. I personally don't think Now, you need to let me get this piece of my conversation out. I don't think they're worth it. I don't like viewers to spend money on coins. For example, if you buy 500 coins and you spend £5, and let's just say you spend all £5, all 500 coins, and you send them to me, I only receive half of them, guys, and that's kind of why I don't ask for them, because you're kind of wasting half your money sending coins. And I just think there's better ways to support someone for the same amount where a streamer does benefit from it. But I never ask for anything. I do appreciate everything we do get, but I never ask for the coins because I don't feel they're worth it from a viewer point of view. Yo Ash, how are you doing, pal? Yeah, that's how I see it. I don't think the coins are worth buying from a viewer perspective. Like if you wanted to send 200 coins, for example, there's a link I can give you, and you can send technically £2 that way. That way I benefit by getting £1.90 of it. If you send 200 coins worth through TikTok, you only get 100 of them. Do you know what I mean? You literally lose 50%, and then that means you've lost 50% supporting somebody. So that's how I don't do it from the point of view where I get more. It's just if you're gonna spend, for example, £2 on 200 coins, there's just better ways to do it. That's how I always see it. Well, that was one headland, guys, and it was like a quarter of the field done, so that was absolutely lovely. Wait a second. Just opening another drink. Yo, Bran, how are you doing, pal? Hello, welcome to the stream, dude. How we doing, pal? How are we doing? There's a massive pit. Hang on. Oh. I genuinely thought that was a little baby Massey Ferguson tractor in the shop for like £500. I literally shit you not. I thought that was something. I thought it was like a tractor, do you know what I mean? Right, let's get this done. So this is going to be the third end. So we're 39% done on 2 headlands alone. I'm guessing this is a contract. Yeah, this is the last contract I'm doing of today. We're so close to paying off one of our big loans. So when we go into the next episode, we'll be able to pay off a loan and buy a new field. This contract, I wasn't going to do this contract, but it's worth like £10,000. It's not far from the farm. A little bit of a detour, and then it's kind of from the farm to the sawmill. But yeah, then we're technically going to own 4 fields basically in the next in the next live stream that we play farming. I just don't know if I'm going to be farming tomorrow, guys. If I have to use TikTok Studio, I'm going to be playing a different game. The game runs like crap to begin with because it's so badly optimized, and when you run in TikTok Live Studio, it is such a resource hog. I'd rather play a different game that doesn't take up as much resource, to be honest. Right, let's get this third one done. I need to start doing rows, to be honest. You excited for the kids going back? To be fair, my eldest, he's 21. He goes to like a special needs place, so but they're snowed off today. My youngest is homeschooled. And my middle child only goes to college 3 days a week for her criminology course anyway, so yeah, to be honest, it's not really any different. Not much difference for me. Got to remember, my youngest is 16 next, you know what I mean? It's not like they're small and at school 9 till 3. They look after themselves now. They cook their own meals. Like my youngest is 15 and he likes to cook his own meals. But he doesn't like to eat at the same time as us. He likes to eat later on an evening than what we do. So it's like, well, if you want to do that, you need to learn to cook for yourself. So we taught him how to cook. And then that way he can cook his own stuff and he can eat when he wants now. But me and the drag lady, we like to eat about 6 o'clock. He likes to eat like 8 o'clock. Drag lady's not cooking twice in one day, do you know what I mean? 2 meals on an evening. And there's nothing worse than warmed up food. So yeah, he cooks for himself now. He loves to use the air fryer, does me little man. He's autistic and stuff, but he loves the air fryer. He loves it. But to be honest, it's also not a bad thing. Do you know how many people in the world can't cook? I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was a genuine TikTok. It wasn't AI, because they've done a documentary on it. They got 50 people in a building as to take part in this documentary, and there was this list of things to cook. It was about cooking, and it was in the UK. I don't know if it's going to be like aired on TV or if it was just like an internet thing. But they basically had a list of things to cook. 14 of the people that took part couldn't even boil an egg. Who the fuck can't boil an egg? Like, do you know what I mean? Who can't boil an egg? There was 7 of them, I think it said it was. 7 or 8 of them, something like that. Couldn't cook a frozen pizza. Who can't turn an oven on and put a pizza in for 12 minutes? Do you know what I mean? It's literally on the instructions. Like, do you know what I mean? And it was like, this is crazy. This is the next generation of people. They can't follow instructions on a pizza box to cook a frozen Goodfella pizza. Don't get me wrong, frozen pizzas aren't the nicest. But, you know, how can you not cook a frozen pizza? How can you not boil an egg? And don't get me started on the fact that the ones who couldn't obviously boil an egg couldn't do a scrambled egg. Jesus Christ, it's just as easy as a boiled egg. They had to be taught how to boil an egg. Like, oh, well, we don't know about that, so we have all these, like, ready meals. Like, come on. YouTube can teach you to boil an egg. It was crazy. It was so annoying. My daughter goes out. My daughter's 18. Well, she's 18 this year. Jesus, she's only just turned 17 now. She goes around cooking full Italian meals and all sorts. You know what I mean? Even my eldest autistic, and I mean seriously autistic and severe special needs, like his brain works at like an age 8 level. Even he can cook. Don't get me wrong, it took us a long time to teach him to cook because he could never process it. Like if you taught him how to turn on a Hoover, you'd have to tell him 10 times, but that's because of his special needs. But even he can cook. He can use a washing machine, he can use a dryer. These people didn't have a clue. And I just think to myself, like, this is the next generation. And I just feel so let down. Like, but the problem is, I don't just blame those people. I do genuinely blame the parents, because as a parent, your job, you need to teach your kids to cook. Because if you don't teach them, they never will learn. I know you've got that thing, oh yeah, but some stuff's dead easy, things like that. Put a meal in a microwave, 3 minutes. They're not nice. I'm talking fresh cooked food, you know what I mean? It's on a parent to teach that. But it was a really interesting documentary because, like, none of these people were over the age of 20. I think it was 23. I think was like the oldest. You know what I mean? And there were some people on there could do it, do you know what I mean? And you know the worst thing? On this like little thing that I was watching, the people who couldn't cook were so horrible to the people that could. And it was like, hang on a minute, you're bullying someone because they can cook and they're making you look like an idiot. That's not them, they're not the problem. It was such a weird thing, and I was telling Dragon Lady about it, and it was just so, yeah, just crazy. The people who couldn't cook were basically like having nasty comments about the people, like, oh, look at her showing off, and it's like, not really. It was literally boiling a fucking egg, do you know what I mean? And apparently she was showing off because she knew how to do it, and it was like, whatever. Imagine being bullied because you know how to boil an egg. Did you imagine it? Welcome to the new generation, guys, where they bully you because you know how to boil an egg. I'm telling you, right, if I come across the video again, I'm going to share it in Discord because it's such an interesting watch. It is such a fantastic watch. I was very impressed with it, to be honest, and like the bully. But the people who could cook were brilliant. They were fantastic. Yo guys, how we doing, guys? Hello, welcome into the stream, guys. How are we doing today? Welcome to the stream, guys. I'm gonna point out, guys, we are back using TikTok Live Studio, so we are a little bit on the laggier side. So when we get to the sawmill, yeah, it's hell. It's hell. It's hell down at the sawmill today, guys. It's absolute hell. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. We've got about 40 minutes left of stream time. But yeah, we've got to go and do some sawmilling. But yeah, we've got £152,000 in the bank right now. We've got some wood to sell. We've got to go get some trees. We've got to drag some trees into the into the where is it place. I mean, I can't say, look, yeah, dude, I understand, mate. Everyone's back at schools, colleges, works, things like that. My stream schedule's not the best for people who have jobs and stuff, but unfortunately, this is the best time for me to play games, really. I'm back tomorrow. Woo! Yeah, it might not be farming tomorrow, dude. Might depend it depends on the if we have to use TikTok Studio or not. I need to play a less demanding game. I could turn graphics down, but I don't want to. Right, there we go. That is another net. Well, it's about 10,000, but I can't remember exactly how much it was. We'll have a look in a second, guys. This contract is about to pay us £9,500. We have now got 161,781 pound in the bank, guys. So yes, we can afford that. We can afford that new field now, guys. We can afford it. But what we're going to do right now, we're just going to go down to the... so I won't be in your streams while I'm at school. In case I lose it till one of the parents... Yeah, dude, that's fine, man. I understand. Like I say, my stream schedule's not the best for people. We know how popular streams can be. I just don't get enough stream people, and it sounds daft. I get more people during the day than I do on an evening. And that's the problem. We've streamed in different times, and this time is better than usual. Yeah, we've got a little bit of woodworking to do in the next 40 minutes, so we'll go fill the sawmill up, I think, first. And then what we'll do is we'll then go and sell the wood towards the end. And yeah, I've got a problem tomorrow. I've got a problem. My trailer isn't empty. Probably because no one else is live. Yeah, probably, dude. That's probably why. Do you know what I mean? Like you've seen the streams over the last few days, how busy and popular they've been, because people obviously have had time off over Christmas. But on an evening, it's just too many people streaming. Right, so I want to go back over here to here. These trees are refusing to grow. We planted these trees a long time ago, guys. And these trees do not grow. I don't think they grow because it's not our land anymore. I think that's the problem. I think because they're our trees and we no longer own the land, they're not growing. But I don't want to own a land that I'm not really going to benefit from anymore. Yeah, the JCB doesn't pull well on the
Hot damn!
Oh, dude, Stuart's back to fingering my heart, guys. He's back to fingering my heart. Wow, dude, thank you for the 4 fingerings of my heart. I do appreciate that, dude. So far, you're the only person live I've been in and said my username correctly. What, champ? I just call you champ, dude. I'm not into reading like full names. If I can shorten it down when I'm reading, it makes it easier. Wow, the lag in this area is terrible. Look at all them wood chips. Right, so we are up here. I presume the JCB up on the hill has the winch. It does. So there's the winch. Right, I am just going to use a little bit of super strength here, guys, just because I'm kind of in a little bit of a rush just to kind of get on. I would say, I can tell you exactly what it is. It is 104,000 litres. That is it. So guys, basically what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to sell the wood chips for £556,000. Okay, no, we're going to sell the wood chip for £56,000. We're then going to come onto the loan. We're going to pay it off. Well, that's 48 now, but that'll be 40 grand tomorrow. And then we'll pay some off the next smallest one, which is this one. I know it's less a month, but it's closer to zero at 126 grand. So that's the plan. We're going to basically just work our ass off to get as many, to get as much off. So wood chips in future is only paying off loans now. That's too small a tree. That's not a bad sized sprucey tree, to be fair. Sprucey baby, let's chop you down. 9,000. We need a lot of trees today, guys. We need, if I take 10,000 litre spruce trees, I need 6 of them. I need a lot. We didn't put wood in yesterday, see, that was the problem.
Hot damn!
What the hell? Yo, dude, thank you for the hat, mate. Do appreciate that, dude. Welcome in if you're new to the show. Sorry, I do try and remember people's names today, though, guys. I'm not braining very well. Yeah, I've had a rough night's sleep. I'm hoping to get this through here. So I want to give it a little bit of leeway. I want to hook that onto there. We're gonna come on. There we go. That's what I wanted. It fired it through the gap. Come on. Look at the difference this makes compared to the JCB the other day. Speed and power, guys. Now, if you were watching on Twitch, you'd be able to use that sound effect for free. I'm just saying. There we go, guys. That is tree number 1. Right, so we need... Oh, no, we need about... We need about 5 trees. To be fair, dude, the little one up there, the little fast track, only has 130 brake horsepower. This one's got like 300 and something. So I'm not surprised that, you know, the JCB struggled compared to this one. You know what I mean? You got some wood? Yes, I've got wood chips. I've got more wood chips than I know what to do with. They will sell next month, guys. £56,000. They will sell next month. That's not big enough yet. That's 1,000 litres. Is that it? That's not big enough yet. That's what I want, guys. I want this bad boy. The problem is, I think I'm going to struggle to squeeze it out. I'm going to watch on Twitch, but I get a lot of delay. Try watching on 1080 rather than 1440, dude. The delay might be less. The delay is because of Twitch's new higher quality resolution, which does also include a lot better quality stream. But I did lower the I did change some settings to try and improve on that. Right, this is gonna be the problem here, I think. I don't think I'm going to be able to connect. I think I've got to cut the tree. Yes, I've got to cut this tree first. I get delay in any stream. Try using a lower resolution, dude. I know it sounds daft like, and everyone wants to watch in good quality, but it is a way of doing it. And when you're ready, dude, get my attention and we'll do like a delay test. We'll see what happens. Timber! No, please don't be stuck in that tree. Ah, oh, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Sounds about right. Right. There's one thing, I'll have no problem pulling this out of here. He says that and then has a problem pulling it out. There we go. I'll have no problem pulling that out as long as I could get it over the stump. Yo, Jordan, how you doing, pal? Welcome to the stream, dude. Hello, how we doing? Hello, hello. Why do you connect right at the end of the tree? So I can winch it, pal. When I do these trees, guys, I'm not looking for value in trees looking nice and cutting the branches. I leave the branches on because it adds more literage. I want literage, not cost. So I try and just drag the trees in. If I was selling the wood direct, obviously I would chop them in 6 meters. I'd do everything you need to do. But I'm not looking for cost. I'm looking for literage. So I leave the branches on because that's what gives me the best money basically right now. We are going to have to start planting some trees soon though, guys, because yeah, we are kind of going through these. Although once the castle is built, I don't know if we should continue with the sawmill actually. Obviously we're going to own the sawmill forever, we can't sell it. But saying that, we might just not make any wood. I only did the wood originally because I wanted to build the castle. DLSS looks horrible doing this winch. Right, that tree is stuck in... It's stuck in this one. Right, guys, we're going to have to chop this tree down. It's not ready to be taken down, but we're going to have to do it. Yeah, guys, thank you for all the new follows today. I don't suppose anyone who's watching doesn't follow. If we can get to 10 today. 10 seems to be our new, like, average, you see. But it'd be nice if we could get to 10 again.
Hot damn!
Yo, dude, thank you for the heart, mate. I do appreciate that, dude. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. I don't want to chop that spruce tree down. That spruce tree is... I'm going to have to take the spruce tree as well. I need to take some tree. It's just not a very big tree, that's all. I suppose it could have been worse, I suppose. You never know, actually. It might drag another tree with us. It's going to drag the spruce with us. If that would be amazing. If we can drag the spruce tree as well and move 2 trees at the same time, that would do. You know what I mean? It's not too bad. This was a good tree to take though, was this pine. We are going to take the spruce tree with us. Come on. Yes. Yes, we're moving like 20,000 litres of wood all at the same time. Come on. Yeah, guys, thank you for all the bitty bats things today, guys. The heart me's, the coins, the... You know, the roses and all that. Stuart obviously has done his usual thing and fingered my heart, you know, like he does do. Oh, we dropped the tree, guys. You cannot connect. The winch has a weight limit, dude. I could have maybe done them both, but you've got to connect them very close together and there's a weight limit for the winch. We didn't do bad though. Look how close we got that tree without pissing around. We got more trees here, guys, but they were quite little. And the bigger trees are stuck at the back. Kind of like up there, actually, where you got to cut some smaller ones first. Let me just load that into there. Let me load that into there. And... get that into there, get that into there, lovely jubbly, and yeah. I need to just get into this. Yeah, it's okay. I don't have the engine running there. Right, that is so we need 20,000 litres of wood. We need 20,000 litres more to go. Like I say, remember you don't get the whole tree in value because obviously when you cut the stump, it's got to just do the stump and it, you know, you lose a little bit of the stump. Don't think there's any more big trees in there that I can get out. You're not growing enough. You need to hurry up and grow. You're not growing enough. You're not growing enough. You're not growing enough. So there is a relatively big tree here, but I can't get that out. How do you know how I get point? Do you know how I get? Basically, if you want channel points, dude, drop a follow. That gives you so many points. Then what you need to do is basically just watch the stream, and every like 5 minutes you get so many points. I do know, obviously, you would get more points if you subscribe, but again, I don't ask people to do anything like that. That's got to be a personal choice. I'm not one of these people who goes asking for it, but I know that does help get more. Trying to think of other ways. Chatting, I think, as well helps. Not like spamming the chat, but like actual comments, you know, that are not spammed. I believe they help as well. It's basically about being interactive, pal. It's about just being interactive. I want that tree there. That tree would be perfect. How do I go about getting that tree out of there without taking out all these baby ones first? So we'll leave that tree for now. There's a baby tree there. There's a... don't know if I can make that fall through there. If I didn't have that beech tree in the way, that might be a little bit easier. Only 4,000. Yeah, I'm really struggling here, guys, for trees. I've got the trees, I just can't get them out because they're kind of buried at the back. You know what? Yeah, that's how it kind of works over there, dude. And then the sound effects. I am going to be looking at rechanging some of the sound effects values. When I put them all on, I just did everything to 500 because it was like a copy-paste job. It was easier to get them up quicker. Everything's run for the sound effects via a web-based browser. So, and it's all going PC-based, and that's when I'm going to... Wow. That tree actually fell through there. I didn't think it was going to. I actually got that tree to line up very nicely there. I wouldn't mind. It was the one time I didn't try to line it up, and it worked. Right, so we've got to get up here, got to get into here. Why is there a 1,000,000 points thing? That 1,000,000 points, dude, is subscriber only. If you were a subscriber, you could use the command. Now, unless somebody wants to waste 1,000,000 channel points, but subscribers get to use it for free. But you have to put a channel point number to get it to show on the... you know, on the platform, you have to put a number in. So that's why it's 1,000,000 channel points. Don't want to chop that baby. I'm not chopping this baby tree down again. We'll just use a little bit of super trend just to help us here, guys. There's nothing I can do about that not being able to fit through that gap. I wouldn't mind, but half the branches that bloody don't even have a collision. Yet the one that did. Why have I got Oh, guys, I forgot about the little beech tree. That must have been dragged down with the other one. I will take the little one. It is a good way to start from scratch too, but it's also on this map, Dan. It's a fantastic thing to build the castle and the windmill. If you want to build the castle and the windmill, you need a lot of wood. That's why I'm dragging it, because I need the leiterage from the branches and everything. Oh, done it again. I need to move that forklift actually. I ain't played it in months. This map, dude, is fantastic. Proper love this map. I won't be a minute, guys. Our windmill might be completed in the next couple of episodes, next couple of lives. This is DLC map, dude, I'm afraid. It's the Highlands Fishing DLC. It is, in my opinion, the best map Giants have ever made. Again, my opinion, but you know. Right, I was hoping to hook that beech tree or baby oak with a branch, but it didn't work. I bought the season pass. Should if you bought season pass 1, dude, you'll have it for free then. It's part of the season pass. Yeah, I've almost built the castle now. I've almost built the castle and I've almost built the windmill. Windmill's 2 stages away, and the castle is yeah. By the way, on this map, guys, the windmill is the grain mill. So you have to build the windmill to use the grain mill. And I love that. The downside is I didn't realise till I was about 20 live streams in. Otherwise I'd have built it a long time ago. Right, let's get this down here. Yeah, this isn't really worth much, but it's good enough to Really? Really? Thank you. Get in that gate. That'll be enough for the trees today then. Yeah, it's only 2,000 litres away from being full. We'll put the winch in the same place we always do. That way we don't lose it. And we're going to basically just load up this. The next... I really could do with that. I could really do with buying that because we need a bigger trailer. But unfortunately, it's 50 grand and that would take away from our... Wow, there's two balers. Didn't realise there was two balers in. Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. And there's the lag, guys. The lag is back. There's that much detail down here. The lag is back. Do you get money for playing this game? No, I wish I did. Only when people donate little coin things to me. That's the only people who subscribe to the channel. That also. Wish I did. Yeah, wish I did. Right, there's a little bit more in there. Yeah, I'm using super strength guys because I am running out of stream time. I've got about 13 minutes left. Tell you what. It's like bloody Jenga over there, isn't it? This will give me a little bit of money in the bank. We didn't get the ploughing contract for the field we wanted to buy, guys. So I think we're just going to have to buy it as we are. Sorry, guys. My fat ass belly is pressing the button on the steering wheel while I'm trying to use mouse and keyboard. Literally my fat ass belly. And that is that done. So that's there, that's there, that's there. Yeah, unfortunately, January and February months are not very, there isn't really any work to do on the map, guys. So January and February we'll do 2 months in one episode, and it'll basically be selling wood, filling the sawmill up, basically just doing all that stuff twice. And yeah, I've only got an 8,000 litre trailer available to sell the wood chips. That's about 15 trailer loads. I make about 50 grand in wood a month. Between 30 and 50 depending on the price. Best price 50, lowest price 30 in a month. But that doesn't include wood chips. Wood chips only get sold once a year, and we use that money to pay off our business loans. That trailer load there was worth 17,600 quid, including environmental score. What business you got? The sawmill, the windmill. They're the businesses we've got on this map. And in real life, I have a 3D printing business. I made a little NVIDIA support GPU bracket yesterday. To be honest, it's only worth they're only worth printing because they're custom made ones. You know what I mean? What do you print? If you go into Discord, dude, there's a big list of stuff. We're in the process at the moment of making all the products to list on our Etsy store. The windmill, dude, is a grain mill. If you don't build the windmill, you don't have a grain mill. You know how every map comes with a default grain mill? Well, that is the windmill. Yeah, right. Let's just have a look on the pricing at the moment of things. Yeah, exclamation mark Discord on Twitch, dude. Should be the right link. So the wood chips tomorrow will get me £57,000. Plus by tomorrow, we will also be making more wood chips between then and... You know what I mean? I need to find my green trailer. Where is my green trailer? My green trailer's in the freaking farmyard, ready for the next live stream. What was the Discord? Explanation mark, and then Discord. I guess you in. Since you're watching on Twitch, the commands do work, you see. Ah! I hit a freaking lamppost. Ah, yeah. Yo, dude, thank you for reminding me about the plough. Whee! Thank you! I wasn't gonna do it. I was gonna forget. Thank you. Right, let me get... Right. Before we were to end, out of curiosity... He's not going to let me do it. He's going to screw me, isn't he? We're trying to buy field 13, yeah? But it needs ploughing. But he's not giving me the contract to plough. I want to plough it before I buy it. But he's not letting me plough the field up. And if I can't plough it, I don't have to plough it. I would just like to plough it so that I'm, you know, the money, do you know what I mean? Get 3 or 4 grand towards the field if I plough it. But yeah, thank you for reminding me about the plough though, guys. I did completely forget about the plough. Too small. Too small a trailer. Give me a minute though. Give me a minute. Can I connect another trailer to the back of that one? No, it doesn't look like I can. That's a shame. Oh, yo, dude, thank you for the follow, my friend. Won't the value of the field go up if you plow it for... Nope, they're just fixed prices, dude. They're just fixed prices. Which is why I want to plow it before I buy it. But I can only plow it if it gives me the contract. Not every field gives you the contracts. Or so we've noticed. So yeah, so if you can plow the field as a contract, you might get 2 or 3 grand for it. It's not a lot of money, but you're gonna plow it anyway. So why not get paid to do it, basically? That's how I look at it, guys. That's how I look at it. We're gonna get paid to plow it, so why not Why not just do it anyway? You've got to plough it. Might as well get paid for it. But you can only do it if the contract comes up. I know what's going to happen. I think there's too many cultivating contracts for it to appear. But we're not cultivating. Cultivating's smaller and slower. We can plough wider and faster. So what I need to do today is I need to basically drive this back to the farm. I need my small green trailer from over there, and we can move 18,000 litres at a time of wood chip tomorrow. I can't use the big trailer, guys. The big trailer still has the soybean in it. Unfortunately, the silo on this map only lets you... yeah, could be that dude, yeah. Might be a capital D. But it's one of them, dude. I know it works. If it doesn't work, then there's something I need to fix, but it did work. If there's too much for one job, it won't pop up until it... yeah. The problem is that job has to be done this month. But what I've got is I've got like a refresh. Like a refresh. But like 27 keeps coming up as a job, but nothing else. I've got no more jobs outstanding. Another cultivating job there. Like we could do that one there and do it, but it'll only bring up another deadwood job. That's the problem. Right, so tomorrow, guys, we have to lime our... we've got to lime our field. Nice, dude. Yeah, if you read the rules, dude, and get the rules for the channel and stuff. You'll see the 3D printing channels. Come on, New Holland. So yeah, all I'm doing now, guys, is because I normally stream till about 12 o'clock. That's like 3 minutes away. So all we're gonna do really is just drive this to the drive this ready for selling the wood chip in the next episode. So at the moment, I've got a wheat field and a barley field. Last year I did a soybean field, but that's not ready to plant till summer. But I need to get cows, but I can't get cows until I own a grass field. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to earn enough money to get a field and turn it into grass. Grass field means we can make hay, which means we can then buy sheep and we can buy cows. We have the business for, you know, we have the barn for the cows. We just can't feed them, so we can't have them if we don't feed them. Just one of the rules we set, we can't have the animals if we can't feed them. I like canola for oil and wheat and animals for ingredient. Yeah, I want to get on the canola route. Once our business loan's paid, we could always get another one and buy another business. But the sawmill was £300,000. I'd like to buy that business there, to be quite honest with you. That business right there is the root crop. Where do you get cow poo? You get, yeah, you do, but you have to put a cow poo extension mod in. Not like a mod, but you have to put a manure extension thing in it, and then it'll give you that. That's why I kept the straw, because what I want to do is I want to use straw for a bit of free fertilizing. Are you a McLaren fan? I am a McLaren fan. Yes, I am a McLaren fan, but I'm doing. My 3D printing at the moment, guys, is I'm limited to colours. So I'm printing stuff in the colours I've got. Which at the moment is, you know, I have a full orange I have an orange, you know what I mean? I had a full orange, and I can get more of that done. But yeah, we'll sell all this in the next episode, guys. And sell all that in the next episode. But guys, this is where I'm going to end it, because, well, it is almost 12. Well, it is exactly 12 o'clock. So guys, thank you so much for joining me on stream today, guys. I hope to see you all tomorrow in the next one.
Speed and power.
Speed and power. He's found the sound effects. But yeah, 9 till 12 tomorrow, guys. I should be live again unless there's any technical issues or internet power outages are out. But 9 till 12, Monday to Friday. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later on, guys. Bye for now.